Hey guys, this is Asdjke, and today we'll be checking out and doing a little tutorial on the hipster light post. If you guys haven't seen what it does, please click the annotation on the screen right now, which will take you to the showcase video, which will show you guys exactly what it does. But other than that, let's get straight into the tutorial. So what you're going to need to build this thing is 146 building blocks. In this tutorial I'm going to be using 3 different types. So I'm going to be using lapis, gold, and iron blocks. You do not have to use these blocks because they're rather resource heavy, so you can use whatever blocks you like, but I'm just going to use them to differentiate the different circuits. You're going to need 8 sticky pistons, 1 piston, 4 half slabs of any type, 43 redstone, 33 redstone torches, and 52 redstone repeaters. So you're going to want to start out by laying out where you want your lamp post. So here it is on my grassed area. Then what you're going to want to do, since this thing is directional, is definitely build it in the correct direction. So you're going to want to bring up your F3 screen, and then underneath the X, Y, and Z coordinates, there's this thing called F. So when F is equal to 0, it'll also say south next to it. You're going to want to dig next to it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. In the opposite direction of that, which is north, 3 blocks. And then if you come over here, when it is equal to 1, which is west, you're going to want to dig 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the opposite, which is east, 1, 2, 3. And that is the grid of the area that will need to be carved out. And you're going to want to go to the intersecting corners of each of these points and dig down 1, 2, 3, 4. So guys, when you're going down in the corners, make sure to go 8 blocks, not 7. So I'll do that really quickly for you guys. So you dig straight down 8 blocks. Then what you're going to want to do when you have all of these carved out is then in between each of those corners, that's your finalized area. So you're going to want to clear all of that out. But leave your lamp post up here in its position with its grass block underneath it. Just leave them there for the time being. So when you finish digging out that hole, it should look something like this. Obviously without all the hollow sides, but I'm just doing that for the sake of the tutorial to make it easier to follow. The top right hand corner, which is F north and F west. So that is that corner right there. Then from that corner, you are going to want to put blocks exactly like I do. So you're going to want to put a block up there, and 3 across like this, and down there, 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 and then you're going to want to put them like this, that, and that. Now starting from that same corner, where west and north meet, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to put a block up one more this time, the torch on the back like that. 4 tick repeater here, 4 tick here, 4 tick here, and 4 tick here. There, sorry. And then we're going to want to bring up some more blocks here, like that and that. And we are going to want to put a torch on the back end of that, one over here, put some blocks over here, torch going into the side of that one. And we're also going to want to put another torch on a block here, like that. And we're going to want 2 4 tick repeaters here. Then another 4 tick repeater going into a block here, with redstone behind it. And that is going to go into a block that is 4 wide. And a dual wide one here. Torch on there, into a 4 tick repeater. And that's going to go up. And there's going to be 2 blocks here, 1 redstone dust there. Now what we're going to want to do in here, is we're going to want to bring a block up in there, another 4 tick repeater right here, and then we are going to want to put some extra blocks over here. So 1 there, 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 off the side of that, and then bring that down into that. Now over here, we're going to want to put some redstone down. So now we're going to want to just put a block here, the torch on the end of it, then 2 blocks here like that. Then we'll just want to put a block in there like that also. Now starting in that same corner again, we are going to want to put a block here like this, with another one here. Torch on the back end of that. Bring that block out 1 more. Now in here we're going to want to put a 3 tick repeater. Bring some blocks back, torch on the back of that. Bring that over 1 that direction and 2 this direction, this way. Then that is going to go off in this direction. Repeater there. Dust here. Redstone torch. dust. And I'm going to put a block here and here. Now over here we're going to put a block like that, and that's going to be the second color. So all the iron here so far is for the closing mechanism, where it'll go back under the ground. The lapis will be for the opening, and the gold will be for a little ABCCBA little switch mechanism on the inside of it. Also, I'm going to want to bring some more blocks over like that. Torch in here. Block like that. Repeater into the side of it. More redstone. Another block. Upside down half slab right there. I'll put some redstone. 4-tick repeater. That'll go up into a block. Into another block with the torch hanging out the side of it. And off the side of that, we're going to want to bring a 3-tick repeater coming this direction. And then on the side of that up here, I'm going to put some redstone dust. 2 redstone in here. And along here we're going to put 1, 2, 3 4-tick repeaters. Down in here, I'm going to put a redstone dust there. So that's the starting corner over there. Just here, we're going to want to bring up an extra block like that. And then another one off to the side of that. Redstone torch there. Block. Double block. And then a redstone torch on the inside of that. And up over here, we're going to want to put a block on the edge there. And yeah, that's it for that layer. So there's our starting corner again right there. I'm going to want to bring a torch right there with some blocks in this formation right here, like that. I want 2-tick repeaters, 2 2-tick repeaters, just like that. And bring up some lapis blocks right here and back on a diagonal like that. Just lay out these blocks like that. Redstone torch there. Redstone block, more lapis there. And we're going to go into a repeater right there. I'm going to go back into some iron with the torch off the edge of that. Now we're going to want a 4-tick repeater here. Into iron. Then down over here we're going to want some redstone dust. Then over here we're going to want a block like that. Down over on an angle like this. And back like that. Don't mind if things are clocking while this is happening. When it's finished, they will stop doing all of that. 1-tick repeater here, redstone there. I'm going to want a block right here, 2 lapis right there, and 3-tick torch. And I'm going to want 2 4-tick repeaters here, with a torch right here. Now over here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to find the edge of this and put block right there with the torch on the edge like that. And then right here we're going to want to put another block, so that's right next to there. Redstone dust right there. Now up over here, right next to this little formation here, we're going to want to put some redstone dust. Up next to a little bit of iron, which is right next to that little arc right there. Now there's the starting corner over here, but just here, what we're going to want to do is put a block right there with a torch on the back end of it, with another torch right there also. So the last thing you need to do on this layer to stop it from clocking is there's the starting corner just there. So this torch over here, you just need a 2-tick repeater coming off that, and that'll stop the clock also. So that'll stabilize the whole layer, and we're ready to continue. So we're over in the starting corner. What we're going to want to do is put an iron block right here, with torches coming over either side of that. 2 redstone here, repeater, block next to that, into some redstone dust just there. Now this is going to go over into some lapis, another lapis block there, 4-tick repeater in between them, just like that. And coming out of that, another 4-tick repeater, and now this goes into a gold block, just like that. This gold block is going to go over like this, and we can put down our first piston right next to that. Now over this direction, just here, we're going to want to put a upside down half slab. Redstone dust just here. And then out of that, we're going to want to put a piece of lapis, redstone torch, just like that. Now right over next to that, you're going to want to put an iron block on top of this torch, with another torch coming out of that. Then back over down here, what you're going to want to do is put a torch right on top of here, with redstone dust next to it, into a piece of gold here, in a Tetris shape, just like that. Then in here, we're going to want to put a 4-tick repeater facing that direction, into a lapis block, and out of the other side of that lapis block, we're going to put a 3-tick repeater. Right next to that, we're going to put a block just like this, with the torch coming out the side of it, block off the side of that, piston right here. Now we're just going to put 2 blocks like this, 4-tick repeater into there, and into here, block in between those, another block on the other end of that, redstone dust in here. Now over on this side right here, on top of this torch, we're going to want to put another iron and another one just like that, redstone torch coming this direction. Now there's our starting corner just over there. Now over in this part here, we're going to want to put 2 blocks on top of both of those torches, redstone torch off the back end of there. Then just here, we're going to put double blocks, just like that. So you're going to want to start off in the starting corner again, and put a block down here, and 2 up there like that, into a redstone dust right there, 4-tick repeater, block, dust, 1-tick repeater right there, into another block right there like that. So that needs to be iron, 2 iron blocks just like that, 1 there and 1 there, redstone dust up in there. Now what you're going to want to do is you want to come over into here and put another 4-tick repeater. And then just over here, you're going to want to put another block just on the edge of that, an iron block just in like that also. And down in here, redstone, 2-tick repeater, gold right there, and gold like that. Redstone dust in the middle of that, 2-tick repeater just there, 2-tick repeater there also, redstone and redstone, just like that. Now you're going to want to put 2 upside down half slabs just here, and over here we're going to put a lapis block and a gold block just there, then iron block in between those, and this iron block is also going to come over like that, torch just there. Right here we're going to put a 4-tick repeater, and just off this block right here we're going to go all the way over to here, and then back 1 more, so that's 4 along. Just here we're going to put a downward facing sticky piston, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of iron along there, just like that, piece of iron just there, another lapis with a torch on the side of that block, there we go. And then there's our starting corner just there, and then you want to come in here and then just put that repeater just there like that, block right here on top of that piston, and you're going to want to put a sticky piston in here like that. Now for the final layer, what you're going to want to do is come over to our starting corner just here, redstone dust just here, then you're going to want to put a 3-tick repeater, block, and you're going to want to put your normal piston right there, and now you're going to want to put a redstone dust just there, 4-tick repeater, into a sticky piston, and the back of that sticky piston you're going to want to put a block, then a redstone dust, then another block on top of that torch just there, like that. Now next to that block you're going to want to put an iron block right there, repeater in here, just on 1 tick, dust like that, and you want to put a 3-tick repeater here into a sticky piston facing this direction, and then another sticky piston, just place it on top of that redstone, which will go in there like that. So starting corner just there in case you're disorientated. Then over here, we're going to put a 4-tick repeater here, and then a secondary 4-tick repeater just there, block, 2 1-tick repeaters here, to another block, then just here, and we want to put 2 pieces of redstone, then into 2-tick repeaters, 2 2-tick repeaters, block just here, then you're going to want to put a 4-tick repeater, and then another block. Over here, I'm going to put a block like that with a torch on the edge, and then over behind that torch, you're going to want to put 3 redstone dust just like that, the block on top of this torch right here. Then finally, you just got to put your last sticky piston in here, right next to this other one, just like that. Now the last thing you're going to want to do before you test it is just place a block next to this on top of that torch, that way you'll be able to power it. And then down here, this repeater right here, it was on 2 ticks, just needs to be on 3. Just got to change that one there to 3 ticks. That's the starting corner just there in case you're wondering. And yeah, now we're ready to try this thing out. So what we need to do is just place a piston facing upwards like that. Block up there just to stop it from powering. And all we need now is a button, which can go on the edge there. That'll bring it out of the ground. Then over here, 4-tick repeater there. Piston, block, button, block on top of there. Another piece of redstone there. Now we can try it out. So it's on top of the ground right now. So let's click the bring it down underground button. There it goes. Bam, underground. Now if I press the above ground, there we go. So now you're ready just to cover the top again with grass, and it's all done. Now the last thing you got to do is just bring this monostable here down a block, because the piston was there, so it would actually push up a grass block. So all you got to do is bring this block over here down into another repeater, and have your monostable just here. So that'll work just as well. Hit this button right now, and retract in underground like nobody's business. Bye bye. Bam. We'll bring it back up again. Make sure that's all still working. Beautiful. So hopefully you guys have been able to follow up to this point. Hopefully it all worked out for you. If you're having any troubles, just re-look over the video and see what little changes I made. And yeah, hopefully you got it all working. Now, what I'm going to do in the next parts of the video is I'm going to go over a few different things. First of all, I'm going to go over how you can hook this sort of thing up to a big array, like over there, how I had them hooked up to multiple of them at once. And then I'll go over how to plug this thing into maybe like a day-night sensor or a lever, rather than having 2 separate inputs, just merging that to one. Super simple, and yep, here we go. So one thing to note is the area that this thing lights up around it. That is the orange area right here. So if you guys remember from earlier on in the video, that's the starting corner just there. So that's right here. It's down in here. So that's that corner. And so it basically allows for 4 blocks on either side. And then without this 1 block indentation here, is see how it's hovering on 8, so if I went in there it would be 7. So that's why when chaining these together, it's able to light up mass areas, because we can actually put these right next to each other and be able to light up the areas around them. So yeah, you're just going to have to take into consideration how much it can light around it, and then play around with it with what you want to use it for, and make sure that it'll be able to be used, and make sure that no mobs will be able to spawn in its implementation. That's why over here, since I had them rather spaced out underneath, they're not as close as they need to be. I was just mucking around. This is what I ended up with. This path in here actually stops mob spawning. So if you see here, the block level on these 2 center blocks here does dip below the threshold. See how it says 7 instead of 8, which is here. So these half slabs will prevent the spawning for that. So yeah, you're just going to have to figure out exactly what you want to use it for, and make sure that the way you lay it out, it'll be able to reach everywhere. Because if I laid this out in a different direction, I would actually be able to have all the grass lit. You just got to be careful about how you do it. So to plug this thing into something like a day-night sensor, all we need to do is invert one output. So if we had one line coming over here, we can plug that inverted line into that monostable, and then the non-inverse line directly into the other monostable. That is how we can convert having a single input device, which has an on and off, into 2 separate ones. So as we can see here, so it's out of the ground at the moment, so I'm going to have to flip this over, which is then going to put it in underground. What I'm going to do here is just bring this out 1 more block, just like that. so it can go straight into it. And then, as we can see, whenever it toggles, it's going to change which orientation it is in. So all you got to do then is get these inversions right. So say if your day-night sensor is on when it's nighttime, you just got to make sure you've got the output that is knotted going to the correct monostable. All you got to do is muck around with that pretty easily. So then you can easily plug this thing into anything like a day-night sensor or a T flip-flop or anything like that. That way every time you hit a button, it'll toggle which one it was in, which is what I did over there. Just had a T flip-flop plugged in straight into here with one output of it just inverted. It's that simple. So thanks guys for watching. I hope you are able to successfully build this monster, and hope it finds a good home in your world. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.